It's just a great regatta again, designed by yachties, for yachties, from a yacht club, and it's back up there now being one of the regattas of the world.
A warm welcome to Antigua Sailing Week, day one of racing. And we thought we'd start with a bit of a geography lesson. Behind me is a map, 1748, Nelson's time. Well, all the action at Antigua Sailing Week is actually on the south of the island. We've got 2 race courses. They alternate each day, so they get a taste of Atlantic rollers with the wind pumping in from the southeast, and also the slightly calmer southwest side of the course. Beautiful weather, constant breeze. It's just a perfect place to come for a regatta. Well, we're out on the water now, and at Antigua Sailing Week, the fleet gets split roughly half and half. The more cruisy boats are in Rendezvous Bay, a bit more sheltered, but we're out on the Atlantic side of the south coast with the more high performance boats. There's 5 different classes racing out here. We've got Jean-Pierre Rivier's Nomad 4 100-footer, right down to Ian Hope Ross from St Martin, racing his Melges 32, Kickham Jenny.
She's a beautiful downwind boat. The problem here is for us is going to weather. It's always a battle, especially with the seas, the size they are. But because she's a planing hull, she just takes off as soon as you round the corner. At sea, length is strength. There's no way around that. We were lucky today that we had 2 long downwind legs, because that's the strength of this boat.
The boats in the high performance class at Antigua Sailing Week race under the Caribbean Sailing Association rules. Some of the top contenders this year are Northern Child. Christian Reynolds has been racing his Swan 51 here for years. Katia Alavolpe, Carlo Falcone, Ross Appleby, Scarlet Oyster. Ross has been winning everything out in the Caribbean this season, and he would love to get his hands on the Lord Nelson Trophy.
We'll have to keep on our A game. I think there's at least 6 or 7 boats who could have a chance in this class of the overall win. The Lord Nelson Trophy is clearly the ultimate reward this week. For now, we've got to concentrate on our class, keeping our stuff clean around the course, keep the guys working hard and hoping for the best.
The other half of the fleet are in the cruising division, but make no mistake, there's some great competition to be had there. We've got 35 bareboats. There's some great sailors amongst them, so the racing is really tight.
The cruising fleet here has 4 all-women teams, so on day 2 we caught up with the skippers and crew of the Sirens and Girls for Sail.
So there are other all-female crews here. There are actually 4, but my friend Sue is actually leading a group called the Sirens, so there's a good little bit of competition going on there.
Just to have a pure women's only boat enables women to have a go at the positions that perhaps they wouldn't necessarily normally do.
Yeah, I think for beginners it's really quite daunting, particularly because there are so many things to do when you have a spinnaker.
You know, it's really helping us in our sport as female sailors to develop and grow. I think anybody who thinks that they come to the Caribbean for, you know, sun, sea and gentle, relaxing sailing, well, you've only got to look at today. How much fun are we all having?
My dream is really to have a whole class where ladies are sailing against each other. That would be fantastic for Antigua and for women in sailing too.
Lay Day is coming up, but meanwhile tomorrow we're on board the hydrofoiling phenomenon Gunboat 4. Now that's an interesting piece of sailing technology. Do check it out.